Hello chess lovers, I have a very impressive game for you played by Tigran Petrosian against the Czechoslovak-German chess grandmaster Ludek Pachman. The game was played in 1961 in Bled. Petrosian started with knight f3 and c5 by Pachman, g3, knight c6, bishop g2, g6, white castles, bishop g7, d3, e6 and e4. Petrosian goes for these King's Indian attack-like structures. Knight e7, rook e1, black castles, e5, d6, e takes d6, queen takes d6, knight d2 and queen c7. The queen was somehow misplaced on d6 and white could play knight c4 or knight d4 at any moment with a tempo. That's why Pachman withdraws the queen in advance. We see queen c7 and knight b3, targeting the pawn on c5. Knight d4, which looks very active by Pachman, but playing b6 is more solid if bishop f4 then queen b7. But instead, after knight b3, we see knight d4, here comes bishop f4, queen b6, knight e5, knight takes b3, and here comes a strong response by Petrosian, knight c4. He is first playing knight c4 and only then is going to capture on b3. But now you may ask, what's the difference? The thing is that if you capture on b3 at once, then black can play knight d5, and now if knight c4, then the c6 square is not controlled by the bishop and black can play queen c6. But in this case, when white is first playing knight c4, then now black can't place the queen on c6, the bishop is controlling, and after queen b5, only now Petrosian is capturing on b3. We can see how deep was his positional understanding. He is fighting even for one square. Now white is threatening to place the bishop on d6, attack the knight and then rook a5 and win this pawn. a5, not allowing knight a5 by Petrosian. But anyways, here comes bishop d6 and a bad move by black, bishop f6. A better move was playing rook e8. But instead we see bishop f6 and the queen jumps to f3 with a tempo attacking the bishop. And overlooking Petrosian's next threat, Pachman played king g7. Here comes rook e4, rook d8, freeing the rook from this nasty pin. But now comes a fantastic response by Petrosian. You can pause the video and try to find his next moves. Ready? He played queen takes f6 check. Look at this fantastic queen sacrifice. Pachman accepted the sacrifice. Here comes bishop e5 check, king g5, and the hardest part in this attack. Can you find a winning move for white? Actually, Petrosian made a move and Pachman resigned. He played bishop g7, cutting this king's way and not allowing it to escape, and black resigned. By the way, instead of playing rook e4 on move 18, after king g7, again capturing on f6 was playable. But the thing is that Petrosian thought that after king takes f6, bishop e5 check, king g5, he needs his rook to bring on h4 square and not allow the king to escape. Actually, he missed that even in this case he could play bishop g7. For example, after bishop g7, if rook g8, then f4 check, king g4, knight e5 check, king h5, and bishop f3 checkmate. And only after playing rook e4, rook d8, only then he noticed that actually he has that fantastic bishop g7 move and went for this mind-blowing queen sacrifice. Let's have a look at it once again. Bishop g7 and black resigned. Now white is threatening h4 check. Just a random move by black. If rook a6, then h4 check. If king f5, then bishop h3 checkmate. Or if king h5, then bishop f3 checkmate. And it turns out that there is no way to avoid getting checkmate hit. If knight f5, then f4 check, king g4, knight e5 check, followed by bishop f3 checkmate. This was a truly spectacular combination by Petrosian, especially of course after the queen sacrifice. That bishop g7 move puts the last nail on black's coffin. I hope that you enjoyed this fantastic game. Waiting for your comments and questions. Good luck.